Austin, I would have to say, is probably the best place in the United States to be homeless.
The city of Austin treats its homeless people very well.
And honestly, I can say that the assistance here is above and beyond awesome, in my opinion.
You have more organizations that are reaching out and trying to help the homeless.
Austin has been a lot safer for me as of right now.
Homelessness here in Austin, it's okay.
To be homeless anywhere is not a treat at all. Doesn't matter where you're at.
See, this is Austin, Texas. They feed everywhere.
Yeah.
And they feed a lot.
So you can eat lunch twice a day, because you can go to, where is it you go for lunch?
You got carrot, you got
Fritas, you got carrot.
I've had problems in my past.
I, particularly homeless, for the most part because of my addiction.
I first fell on the streets because of drugs.
Physical, sexual abuse problems.
I blew my money real fast
I got hurt on the job.
on alcohol and drugs and stuff like that.
Post-traumatic stress disorder.
And I couldn't work.
I'll get to doing well, and then at times I'll slip back into relapse.
It just put me on the street
I was in prison
or in jail.
and ultimately lost both my parents while I was in prison.
And I got evicted. And I ended up on the street.
But then when I got out of jail, I was back out on the street again.
I took my first free lunch, really. It was a really humbling experience. I walked across town with people looking at me. You do really notice the looks.
I would say that about 50% of them want to get off of their feet to get out of the homeless cycle.
About 30% out of 100 is wanting to help themselves.
I would say about 2%. It's sad, but true.
Back from 96 until last year, I stayed on the streets on purpose. We're not homeless. We are temporarily houseless. And we are just having hard times.
Some people have suffered on the streets, and it's just too bad, man. You can live like a king out here.
Because a lot of these people are just too lazy. And
This is a trap. This is a trap that a lot of people fall into.
Some of them are out there because they want to be.
They end up getting comfortable with being homeless.
They're more into the give me.
If a person goes hungry in Austin, Texas, he's lazy.
I don't panhandle, I don't floss signs, I don't ask people for nothing on the street.
There are people out here that have the ability to get off the streets, but simply won't do it because they don't want to.
I don't want a job. I'm retired.
It's the ugly truth. It's reality.
You wake up, you go to free breakfast. You sit around, you go to free lunch. You sit around, you go to free dinner. And then you go back to your camp and you sleep.
Over there, yeah, every night, there's a mob of freaks that show up, and they're hungry.
Including you.
Including me, and we're all hungry, and everybody wants everything.
What do they have, usually?
They have a sandwich,
Peanut butter and jelly or
peanut butter and jelly, or meat, yeah, and an egg, and an orange, and an apple, and some cookies, and some candy, and some lemonade.
I would say 80% of the people that I ask downtown treat me like I have a communicable disease.
The non-homeless, I've seen some of them that treat the homeless people very, very badly.
that makes me sick because I've been pushed under the rug too many times.
And I guess it's just because homelessness is ugly to them, okay?
Don't be so opinionated and judgmental, but have a little bit of common sense, but at the same time have a little bit of compassion and love.
The one thing that people don't understand is in order to help the homeless, you've got to get involved.
You'll see that a lot of these guys, they'll come forth and it'll definitely be a magnitude of positive attitude.
Just remember, we're people too. We bleed like we do. We can cry and we can laugh.